China news now. And, well, John, a lot of people have alerted us to this story, but it really is probably the biggest story in human civilization, certainly of this millennium so far. China is banning puns. The government of China has passed a law basically trying to ban wordplay because they fear it is affecting language. It is, I mean, this is pretty much direct war on the
Andy,
Bugle.
Before you go any further, Andy,
yep.
I think we're all aware that they are waving a red flag at a very excitable bull with this story. And just before you say anything else,
right?
Just over-responding, Andy, would that not be what the Chinese government wants? Are they provoking you into action, and is not the really strong thing here to do to show restraint?
No. So what they seem to want, John, is some kind of cultural uniformity without the joy of puns, a kind of culture without any colour, without any distinction. So everything is just a kind of formless, brown, sludgy shade.
Right.
It's nothing less they're going for than the absolute Beijing of society. Right, here goes. I'm absolutely chonking at the bit for this one. I was so furious when I heard about this, and an Indian friend of mine was with me when we heard the news, and he was even angrier. I said, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
Cup of tea? Chai? Nah. He replied. He was too angry. I said, not even a nice hot beverage with maybe an alcoholic spirit that goes well with tonic as a chaser? What? Tea and gin? Even worse. I tried to give him a comforting hug, John, but he was so cross that he didn't want anyone to invade his personal space. Woo! Hands off! He shouted. Wuhan? It's a place. I mean, it's going to get worse before it gets better, John, to be honest. But, I think we've all agreed we've just got to get through this. I was getting more and more furious. I'm sick of their leaders, I said, especially their president with his rodent words, with his mousy tongue. You and me both, replied my friend. We're lucky in Britain. We have a grandmother as a head of state. If you will, a Nan King. Don't you just mean a queen?
Oh.
No, I mean a Nan King. My friend was getting so agitated, very nervous, tetchy, angsty. Oh, he screamed, the confusion is maddening. Do you think they'll ever retract this law? Well, I wouldn't like to bet on it. My friend started banging the bottom of his face on a loud drum in frustration. Horrible noise it made. Oi, you're making a real chin-din nasty sound. Chin-din.
Come on.
This is what... They started it, John. They started it. We have to stand up for the freedoms of the world, John. This is the only way to do it. Who can I speak to about this? Said my friend. Well, I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd get on the phone and call the Chinese ambassador. He's the Mandarin. No, he said, I'm going to write a letter to the newspapers. How do you think I should phrase it? Your country is a cultural A, wasteland, B, desert, or C, vacuum full of shit. I thought, I'd go B, desert. Right, I'll get that published. They can sue me if it's not true. Anyway, then our Scottish friend, who'd been there all along, incidentally, gave a wry smile. Noodle, see what we're made of, he said. So chucked in a couple of foodstuffs there. Anyway, then the doorbell rang. My Indian friend went to answer it. It was my grandmother. Your Nan's here, Andy. Hi, Nan, I said. She looked really worried. What's the matter, Gran? I said. She said, I've lost my one remaining farm animal, sadly. I can't find my cow. I thought you were out at the mall getting your Christmas presents. No, I'm finished with that, Andy. I'm dang shopping. That doesn't quite work. I want to watch a film, she said. There's an old black and white silent movie on the telly where a handsome man has to find 3 pretty young women who've been kidnapped and tied to a railway line. He has to rescue 3 gorgeous damsels in distress. 3 gorgeous damsels. Do you see? I mean, I think that technically that was quite a high tariff one. You, China. That's all I'm saying. And I said to her, Nan, are you not worried about the Chinese pun ban? No, Andy, she said. I can see it from both sides. They've got to protect their linguistic heritage, but at the same time, it does seem a bit repressive. Overall, I'd say it suits you one and half a dozen of the other. Right. I mean, I've laid that gauntlet down, John. I mean, it's hard to see how the Chinese government can stand by that legislation now.
Andy, you've achieved the impossible. You've made me ferociously side with the Chinese government.
That's your natural state of being, John. And, unless they repeal that, there's going to be more of those every week until justice is restored in China.